With the cost of living soaring, an economic crisis, and wages that can't be stretched far enough to provide an enjoyable life, people are worried about their finances now more than ever. And the sad truth is that skimping and saving can only take you so far. As a result, around 46% of Gen Z and 37% of millennials are working multiple jobs to make ends meet. We're in an era of the side hustle, and thanks to the internet, you can now easily monetize your hobbies and expertise to help provide that supplemental income. Some people play video games online and others sell handmade jewelry on Etsy. The online marketplace is thriving. So many sites allow you to sell your goods and services directly to consumers, wherever they are in the world. But there is another way to make money online, and one that doesn't require you to spend hours making a bracelet or mastering a video game. The only thing you need is fans. For someone who's been laid off, a young person who's been kicked out of the house, or anyone who needs money immediately, signing up for this platform is very enticing. They tell you all you need to do is post a few flirty photos and you'll be making loads of money in no time, all from the comfort of your bedroom. But they don't tell you who the people lurking behind the screen are, or about the system of oppression and the long-term pain for short-term financial gain. This is the dark side of OnlyFans. In 2016, British businessman Tim Stokely, alongside his older brother Thomas, created a website to help adult entertainers receive payments directly from their followers. Tim noticed that adult performers were promoting and selling their services on social media platforms like Instagram, but as the platform started cracking down on nudity, those performers found it challenging to promote their services, and trying to send content individually to each follower took a lot of work. OnlyFans solved the problem by creating a subscription service where fans could pay to access their favorite performers' content. In the beginning, only a few creators were frequent users, primarily performers who had already made a name for themselves in adult entertainment. Though initially small, the platform was a precursor for a change in the industry. Shifting their career online meant that a sex worker now had the option to control the means of production. No more going to set and working under the constraints of directors and producers that might not have always had their best interests in mind. They can now work from home and be self-employed. They could have complete control over their image and working conditions. In 2018, American Lenoid Radvinsky, a veteran of the online entertainment scene, bought a 75% share of OnlyFans. He made millions by creating websites that claimed to sell stolen or hacked passwords to porn sites. He was actually getting paid by those sites for directing online traffic their way. After buying OnlyFans, Radvinsky revamped its business model and saw incredible growth. Then the pandemic happened and the popularity of OnlyFans increased exponentially, making it the household name it is today. With people out of work and in a vulnerable financial situation, OnlyFans provided easy revenue stream, a job they could work from home. On the other side of the screen, boredom, loneliness, and isolation drove more people to seek out the services of sex workers online, creating more demand than ever before. And suddenly, this small website was a smash hit, and on Twitter and other major media outlets, articles circulated about how much money some women were making. And not just women, men too can earn well on the site. A lot of people started wondering, should I start an OnlyFans of my own? Before we continue with our story, I'd like to take a moment to thank our sponsor for today's video, Milanote. Creating these video essays might seem easy and straightforward, but in reality they are far from that. Everything from doing the research and sourcing the data for each topic to writing the script and then coming up with ideas for the shots that will best tell the story can be very chaotic. But Milanote helps to simplify that process by acting as an idea bank, note-taking app, and storyboard all in one. I can use the tool to collect my thoughts about a topic, find reference images for those thoughts, and create a structure for how I want the video to look from start to finish. What's great about this app is that it also has a mobile app, so I can work on these videos while I'm on the go. Then once I'm at my desk, I can simply log into my account and continue from the exact place I stopped without missing a beat. With 100 built-in templates for video creators, photographers, designers, and more, diving straight into a project on Milanote is quick and easy. And you can also share those projects with the rest of your team within minutes, making collaboration easy, straightforward, and efficient. Whether you want to create videos like this one or plan your next holiday trip with friends, Milanote is available for free with no time limit. Sign up using the link in the description and start your next creative project. Back to our story. For new creators, there's the impression that OnlyFans can pull you from crippling debt or buy you a new house. Or that it's easy money, just take off your clothes and pose under flattering light. Maybe take a video or two, and once you hit upload, start counting those checks. The reality is that for most people, that's not going to happen. Nearly 75% of all the revenue on OnlyFans is going to the top 10% of creators. These people are mostly career sex workers or actual celebrities who had devout followings before their pivot to OnlyFans. Bella Thorne and Cardi B are some of the most traditionally famous posters on OnlyFans, and at one point, Thorne was making $11 million a month on the site, while Cardi B rakes in close to $10 million. And these are women who don't post nude content, nor do they have to work nearly as hard as the 90% of creators who struggle for a share of the remaining 25% of revenue on the platform. Many of these creators have to work 7-day weeks promoting themselves, marketing, corresponding with brands, and speaking with their subscribers just to earn a livable wage, and many don't even earn enough to make OnlyFans a full-time gig. The average creator only makes $180 a month. Now, OnlyFans has empowered sex workers, primarily those who have worked in the industry for decades, but the way the media covers the success of this minority suggests that anyone can make money this way. It's the classic survivorship bias. We listen to the ones who are thriving so much that we think that's the norm, and not realizing that they are the outliers and that the reality for the average creator isn't that glamorous. We're selling a dream to young men and women that sex work is easy money, and as a result, many people join the site and immediately start posting intimate and vulnerable photos without realizing the immense pressure and psychological effects that selling sex can have on a person. The hard truth is that this industry isn't for everyone, yet the narrative around OnlyFans deceives people into thinking it is for everyone. And at the end of the day, OnlyFans takes a 20% cut of your earnings and 0% of your trauma. The platform creates a direct link between your sexuality and your profit. It's easy to obsess over the statistics and analytics of your channel, but here, you're not judging your work or skill, you're judging your body. And it's not just you judging it. Putting yourself online like that means your body is out there for public scrutiny, and if there's one thing the internet loves to do, it's scrutinize. Before you know it, you start feeling less than adequate. Maybe you'd make more money if you had a bigger chest, lost weight, or dyed your hair a different color. Trying to make it on OnlyFans as an inexperienced sex worker changes your relationship with yourself and your sexuality, and it might seem worth it. Stories about people buying houses and paying off debt with money earned on OnlyFans enter casual conversation. The suggestion to start an OnlyFans channel is a flippant response to those with money struggles when, in reality, the average creator makes pennies, and many would have been better off using their time to work a minimum wage job. Imagine going through all that only to not make the money you hoped for, and you'd be left feeling like you sold out. Yet, you never even got paid. Still, for people in desperate situations, even a tiny amount of money could be a good supplement to their income, and the promise of OnlyFans preys on those in vulnerable positions. The site is notoriously awful at preventing underage users from signing up and takes no responsibility for hosting them. Teenagers can use a fake ID or a relative's passport to circumvent the safeguards currently in place to protect young people. Many minors are posting on the site, and OnlyFans hasn't taken firm action to deter them. Images of minors are paid for by people much older than them, with more money and power. They see a young person in a position to be taken advantage of, a child they can control through money. This platform allows minors to be roped into exploitative relationships from a young age. Underage creators are vulnerable to the same risks adults are when posting on the site, yet they lack the maturity to understand the consequences. Everything you post on the internet is permanent. Images posted online are downloaded and reposted without consent, and even if one day you choose to stop posting or leave OnlyFans, your content doesn't just cease to exist. Could this negatively impact future relationships or how your family and friends view you? Of course. The stigma sex workers face is harsh and demeaning, and some people think they can treat sex workers as less than human, that they deserve any negative consequence that comes their way. Stalking, rape threats, doxing, death threats, harassment, hacking. It's hard to trust even your so-called fans have your best interest in mind. OnlyFans stars have been the victim of break-ins and blackmail at the hands of their patrons. In one case, a stalker repeatedly broke in and hid in his favorite OnlyFans model's attic. Just do a quick Google search, and you'll see countless women's accounts of negative experiences, and to be honest, there's not much the site can do about it. Also, when money is exchanged, the boundaries between the creator and the fan are blurred. Unhealthy parasocial relationships form whereby the fans think they own a portion of their favorite creator. Voyeurism plays a role too, as some fans insert themselves into made-up fantasies or relationships. It reminds me of the parallels between OnlyFans and online dating. You seek someone to love or give you attention, yet you want to control the interaction altogether. More of us are conducting all aspects of our lives from the comfort of our homes, so we miss out on meaningful human connection and spontaneous interactions with others. This generation is plagued by increased rates of social isolation and loneliness. Young people are looking for intimacy through their phones and screens, but these aren't substitutes for real in-person connections. I talk more about this intersection of love and the internet in the video, The Dark Side of Online Dating. From a subscriber's point of view, the state of OnlyFans is also dark. People are often quick to blame the women who create content for these platforms, but statistically, the average user is a middle-aged married man. What attracts this demographic to the site? It could be loneliness, dissatisfaction in the marriage, or even a particular fetish. So they look for what they can't have in person or what they feel they lack in their relationships online. Let me clarify that two consenting adults exchanging money for sexual pleasure isn't inherently wrong. But when the dynamic replaces in-person sexual intimacy, OnlyFans users can teeter into porn addiction. Irritability, social isolation, anxiety, and depression are all side effects of too much porn. You might display more violent or aggressive sexual behavior, mirroring fantasies or fetishes you see online, things that a partner might not be comfortable with. It skews how you view your sexual partners and potential partners in person, and it flattens them to characters on a screen. There's something about intimacy that can only be achieved with another person. When your sexuality revolves around people on your computer and the relationships you uphold through your OnlyFans subscriptions, intimacy's indescribable, intangible magic is lost. Sex work is literally the oldest profession in the world, and it's not going anywhere. Technology will continue to develop, with OnlyFans being this generation's preferred form of online adult content. So how can we engage with the platform ethically and humanely? Well, first off, self-awareness is key on the part of both the creator and the user. Posting or consuming content without considering your why could cause misalignment between your values and actions. Just continue to ask yourself questions. Do I feel safe and comfortable showing this part of myself online? Is my use of OnlyFans interfering with relationships in my personal life? Is this platform and how it's promoted safe for creators? How do my ethics align with all this? Be brutally honest with your answers. Your honesty sheds a light on the dark side of OnlyFans. You become an informed consumer or creator, making the site more hospitable for everyone.